All right. Fine, let's find our seats here. Grandparents, we got some more seats down here in front. In this little block here, there's a few seats for you, if you'd like. All right, looks like we're getting settled in here. All right. I think we're going to get started here. Thank you all for coming. Hi, Trace. Hi, Holiday. Thank you all for coming so much. I'm Mike Bittner, Administrative Principal here at Rapid City Christian School. And this is my first Grandparents' Day here. And it's so wonderful to see so many of you came out to hang out with us today. Yeah, applaud your grandparents, kids. Let's open up with a word of prayer, shall we? Father, we are so thankful for this morning and for the opportunity to open our campus to our grandparents. Lord, we know, and we know that we know, that a grandparent cares in a different way for their grandkid than anybody else. And so we are so thankful to have them here with us today, Lord, for the love and support they give their grandkids, for the prayer that they cover them with and they cover this school with. We just ask, Lord, that as we present a little bit of what's going on here at Rapid City Christian School, Lord, that you would help us to bless our grandparents this morning. I pray that these performances would be a blessing and that they would see the value of their support for their students. And Lord, would you just give us joy today as we watch these kids perform. And, we just thank you for being here with us, Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. Before we get started with our performances, I do want to give our wonderful librarian and one great math teacher, Mrs. Wendt, a few moments to talk about our library.
Yeah, so I teach some of the middle school math classes, and I'm also the librarian, and right now I have my librarian hat on. So at Rapid City Christian, we feel that reading is a very important part of a well-rounded education, and we're giving our guests today an opportunity to bless the school's library, while honoring another person. So there's a table at the back there, and I think we're going to end up moving it into the lunchroom area when this is over, where I've got a wish list of books back there. Most of them have come from reviews from Christian magazines like World Magazine and American Family Association. If you'd like, you can purchase a book today, and inside of it, you can fill out a little form, and you can put it in honor of your grandchild. So, for instance, you could say, in honor of Joe Smith's 16th birthday, or in honor of Kelly Smith's graduating class of 2025. So there's some different options there. A lot of the books are just $12. So if you decide you'd like to do that, I've got some forms printed out, and I've got lists of books back there and a little bit of information about each of those, and those will be in our school library. So fiction, nonfiction, biographies, and so on. So you can look for me if you're interested in that afterward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wendt. I forgot to ask, everybody have a good breakfast? Yeah, it was pretty tasty, right? We had a lot of teachers get here at 6:30 this morning and start making those pancakes warming up that sausage and serving and setup. So could we give the teachers a round of applause, please? Yeah, that was awesome. It was very tasty. I had too many pancakes. Feel like need a little carb nap here. Our first performance this morning for you is going to be a selection from our pet band. And so this year we've been blessed to we have a new band director, Mr. Matt Poto, and they have really blown this pet band thing out of the water this year. It's fantastic. And so they're going to come play a selection for you. I will warn you, it's pretty loud. So do what you got to do. All right, Mr. Poto.
Well, good morning, and my name is Matt Poto. I'm the new director of bands. Thank you. So great to be here, and I am in front of a bunch of wonderful young musicians here. This is the RCCS Comet Pet Band. Give them a hand. We've been a busy group. This is comprised of mostly high school band, and we also have a high school and middle school drum line. So right now with the drum line, we have about 6 high schoolers, but we also have a bunch of 7th and 8th graders. 7th and 8th grade drum line, raise your hand if you're in the drum line. They're all the way in the back over there. Yes. So this group performs at volleyball, basketball games, and we have our homecoming varsity football game tonight. So we're going to play 2 tunes with you today. The first one is from a famous rock band called Kansas. Anybody heard of Kansas before? This piece was off of the 1976 album called Leftoverture. This is Carry On, My Wayward Son, arranged by Michael Sweeney. Are we doing both of them? Okay. And our second arrangement is a famous musical called Phantom of the Opera. Back in 1986, written by Andrew Lloyd Webber. This is our also arrangement of Phantom of the Opera by Paul Lavender.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you so much, Pet Band. They do a real mean Darth Vader intro, too. It's one of my favorites, personally. Thank you so much. All right, while they transition here, we're going to have the opportunity to hear from our Readers Theater, but I did think that we should probably see if there's anybody who knows a little bit of RCCS trivia, just to make sure, and just to see who can get closest to, well, I do have some candy also, I guess that's the big part, right? So here's a question. Who can get closest to this answer without going over? Kind of like Price is Right style. How far did we have to dig down into the dirt before we poured the gym floor? I got 8 feet, 28 feet. Wait, who said? I heard a 12. Did someone say 12? 36. I have to say, Caden Rhodey is correct. It's 12 feet. I don't know if I should be giving you candy, though, Caden Rhodey. Just kidding. Caden, I'll get you a candy here in just a second. Let's do one more. Grandparents only this time. What is our school fight song? Grandparents? Oh, right here. She, and you are? Mrs. Swartout. Got it right off the bat. On Wisconsin, that is correct. So we've got 2 winners there. You can choose. Caden, I'll get you here in a little bit. I don't know what kind of candy you like. Maybe, Kate, you can help her choose. Ooh, the M&Ms, the peanut M&Ms, solid choice. This is our Readers Theater group, and they're going to do a selection for us. I want to introduce them, though, so that we know who we have the pleasure of watching this morning. They're going to do a selection called Regina Fleeter Wins the Science Fair, if I'm not mistaken. We have Allie Causey. We have Haley Altsteele, Harrison Weber, and Luke Emmerich. So please enjoy the Readers Theater.
Regina Flechter wins the science fair.
By Marco Ramirez.
Hi, my name is Regina Flechter. My science project this year is oh wow.
Hi, my name is Bradley Sheriadley, and I'd like to present my science project, the solar system, fact or fiction.
Hi. My name is Tiffany, and my project will answer one of the biggest and great age-old mysteries in the whole world.
Can I start again?
Is glitter edible?
My name is Sam Lerman, and I'm in the 7th grade. And I'd like to present my entry for this year's science fair, my mom's facelift.
My science project is called Which Detergent Works Best? And that's the title.
Now, I know many of you out there are thinking, hey, Bradley, of course the solar system is real. It's in all the science books. But did you know that the science books once believed that there was no such thing as germs?
Glitter like glitter.
And that the Earth was flat?
So I think it was like a year ago, and I was making a birthday cake for my friend Shirley. Shout out to Shirley, my BFF. LOL, TTYL, FDTIQLDCC.
I tested
Detergent. You tested detergent.
Yes, Bradley, thank you. I tested detergents and...
Her stumbling mumbling shows an embarrassing lack of preparation.
I rehearsed my presentation in front of my housekeeper, Estella. She doesn't speak any English, but she said I was muy bueno.
There's, you see, detergent A and detergent B. What I did was...
Be quiet, Regina. The non-freaks are trying to win this thing.
Why don't you be quiet, Bradley Sherry Adley? Your name rhymes with itself.
You know what, Sam Lehrman?
What, Bradley Sherry Badley?
And so, while making Shirley's birthday cake, that's when the question came to me. How much glitter is too much glitter?
Now, my hypothesis was simple. If Mom gets this facelift, she will look like a crazy alien thing, but Dad won't divorce her. That so wasn't the case.
Recently, I read a book by the late L. Ron Hubbard. The L was an initial. He wasn't Spanish.
Now this is the first piece of cloth, and I dirtied it with ketchup, and...
The projector above will display in a PowerPoint presentation digital pictures of my mom before, during, and after the surgery.
I was originally going to use tomato sauce, but my mom, she was too busy, so...
One of my key observations was that under my mom's face, she looks a lot like a skinned rabbit, but bloodier. Wow.
To do this project, I used 3 hamsters. The first hamster, I fed 1 teaspoon of glitter a day. The second hamster, I fed 2 teaspoons of glitter a day. And the third hamster, I fed 12 teaspoons of glitter a day.
I took the pieces of cloth,
Sometimes you'd have to really jam it in there.
and I washed them. All of them. Except for one, because that one I couldn't. You need a control in the experiment, so...
This is my mom's mentalis, and this is my mom's temporalis.
In my support materials, I've included an article from Newsweek about how the planet Pluto was recently downgraded from planet status. Only further proving my point that all science is temporary, that the FBI lies to us, and that Cylons are definitely among us.
Here is a bar graph showing how and when each of the hamsters died.
Under the hanging questionnaire, this is my mom's buccinator, which I guess isn't as pretty as my dad's secretary's buccinator.
And here are some support material pictures of the 3 little hamster gravestones in my backyard. Here lies Mary, Kate, and Ashley.
My original hypothesis was that my original hypothesis was that detergent A would be
Oh my gosh, dude.
better than detergent B, right? So
You spelled detergent wrong, Regina.
what?
Right there, on the board. You spell it wrong on the board. Oh man, you're toast.
Oh no.
Regina, I'd like you to meet last place.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
And what are those?
Oh my gosh, Regina.
Are those ants on her board?
No way.
Dude, they totally are.
Why are there ants on your board?
It's
Talk about it, no shots.
What is this, amateur hour?
She doesn't even deserve a participation ribbon.
Sorry, I didn't realize I had done that. And I didn't realize about the ants. That's really embarrassing. I'm
Can't
sorry.
she be like disqualified?
Yeah, insects on a board should definitely be grounds for disqualification.
No, please.
And crowns for ew.
Please.
I would be so embarrassed.
No kidding.
Look! I'm not a great speaker, okay? I'm not even a good one, really. But I worked really hard on this. And it wasn't easy. And my mom works a lot. And my dad, he's not as involved as your dad's. And he doesn't know how to run PowerPoint. And my sister's kind of always doing her own thing. So it might not be much, but it's all me, okay? This is all like when they say, do your best, and we're all like, okay, and we think we mean it. We say it, but there's always something. Something, you could have done a little better. Well, not here. I've never meant it before. I've said it, and you've said it, but I've never meant it before. And I mean it now. This is my best. This is really, really honestly, and when I couldn't use tomato sauce, I used ketchup. And when I ran out of glue, I used Scotch tape. And when I ran out of Scotch tape, I used chewing gum, hence the ants. And no one was there to proofread what I had written, so it's probably full of typos. Typos I would love to correct, but no one told me. So no, I didn't correct them. Not yet. Because this is me. This is no one else, just me. And I might not be that smart, and it might stink and be the worst science project you've ever seen.
Pretty much.
Shut up, dude.
But I don't care. Because I know that no matter what you think of it, I don't care. I mean, I care, sure, but not really. Because right now, I'm really, really proud of myself. And I don't care about the blue ribbon or the red ribbon or the anything ribbon. Detergent A works better, okay? And I figured that out on my own.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Regina. Good job.
Thank you, everybody.
There is something about being authentic, right? You can tell when someone's being real. You can tell when someone's trying their best, and that's a nice message. And that's one of the things we're trying to cultivate here. You know, as our theme this year is we want to see Jesus, we're just trying to be ourselves and encouraging the kids to just be you, be where you're at, and look to him and just keep, I'm not in the center enough? Sorry, Tyler. Here's looking at you. Hi, Mom, Dad. They said the grandparents of the Bittners were from Oregon. They were watching, so hey, Grams and Poppy. Anyway, our next selection, is the Radiance Choir. We have Mr. Poto is the director of bands. Fortunately, we were able to hire a couple, and his wife, Mrs. Brittany Poto, is our director of choir and strings. And so her audition choir is going to come and sing a few songs for us. Their name is Radiance, so let's welcome them to the stage.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am Brittany Poto. I'm one of the new music teachers here at Rapid City Christian School. Okay, so I am Brittany Poto. I'm one of the new music teachers here at Rapid City Christian School, and I have the wonderful honor and privilege to work with these fine young musicians. This is Radiance. This is our top mixed choral ensemble, and so all of these students that you see right here today auditioned right before the school year even began. And so we have been working a lot to build choir technique and just the willingness to be in unity in creating sound to glorify God together. Our first tune that we will be starting with is actually a combination of two pieces. The first is called Rise Up, O Flame, which is an old sacred chant from the mid-1500s by Christoph Praetorius. And so this is part of our public domain, and it is a wonderful sacred text, which is in English, so you'll get to hear that. And I have also arranged it to be combined with an old Israeli folk tune called Hashivenu, which is based on Lamentations 5:21, crying out to God. We hope you enjoy this first combination.
Show to us beauty.
Okay, our next piece is called Salmo 150. This is a piece that we plan on doing for our fall or our Christmas concert in December. But this particular piece is actually in Portuguese, based off of Psalm 150, about praising God in all of his power and in all of his might. We haven't quite gotten to our Portuguese words yet, so you're going to hear a lot of nonsensical syllables. But we hope that you enjoy this piece. This is actually by Hernani Aguiar, and it is a phenomenal piece of music. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Mrs. Poto. Thanks, Radiance. Oh, Mrs. Hute's going to help me out with the candy here. All right. Anyone know the formal name of Rapid City Christian? Ooh, not quite. Any former board members? Any board members? Anybody know? Mrs. Crouch, do you know? That's right. Rapid City Christian Education Association, Inc. Very close. Very close. I think she deserves a prize. Here's a good one. I'm particularly interested in this one because I have one. How many seniors are there this year, officially? Any grandparents know? Oh, 33. That is correct. 33. It's about half the size of the freshman class. Whoa, it's going to be a lot of freshmen that year. That coronation is going to be a little longer in 4 years. Just a wee bit, yeah. All right. We are now going to hear from Miss Taylor Swartout, who is going to perform for us the whole thing or an excerpt?
The whole thing.
The whole thing. She's going to be performing for us a speech that was given at the ESPY Awards years ago by Coach Jim Valvano. And it's very, very powerful. I remember as a kid watching it live, And my dad and we've talked about it so many times over the years. It's been quoted many times. So when I saw that Taylor was going to do that for us today, I got really, really excited. So please welcome Miss Taylor Sword out.
We all have struggles in life. Mine this year is geometry. Sometimes I just want to give up and be done, but I know I can't. I have to persevere. Jim Valvano understood the importance of perseverance. In 1993, he accepted his SB award during his fight for cancer. He encouraged the crowd with a speech called "Don't Give Up." This award is something I will certainly treasure forever. Now, I don't have one of those things in the back going with the cue cards, so I'm going to speak longer than anyone else has spoken tonight. That's the way it goes. Time is very precious to me. I don't know how much of it I have left, and I have some things I'd like to say. Hopefully, at the end, I will have said something that's important to others too. But I can't help it. Now I'm fighting cancer. Everybody knows that. People ask me all the time, how do you get through life, or how's your day? And nothing's changed for me. I'm a very emotional and passionate man, but I guess that comes with being the son of Rocco and Angelina Valvano. It comes with the territory. We hug, we kiss, we love. When people tell me or ask, how do you get through life, or even each day, I try to focus on these three things, and these three things are things we should think about every day of our life. Number one is laugh. You should laugh every day. Number two is think. You should spend some time in thought. And number three is have your emotions move to tears. It could be happiness or joy, but think about it. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day. That's a heck of a day. And if you do that 7 days a week, you're going to have something special. I always have to remember what's important to me in life, and that's where I started, where I am, and where I'm going to be. And those are the things you should think about all the time. When I think about getting up and giving my first speech, I can't help it but remember the first speech I ever gave. I was coaching at Rutgers University, and I was a freshman coach, but that's when the freshmen played on the freshman teams, and I was so fired up about my first job. Who doesn't love the very first job they ever had? That's such a special place where you get to stand in the locker room and give that pep talk. It's such a special place for a coach to give a talk. So my idol at the time was Vince Lombardi, and I was reading his book called Commitment to Excellence. And in the book, he talks about the first time he spoke before his Green Bay Packers. And so let me remind you, they were perennial losers. And I'm reading this, and Lombardi is deciding whether it should be a long talk or a short talk, but he wanted it to be emotional, so it'd be brief. And he kind of thought about it, and he decided what he was going to do. So here's what I did. Normally you get into the room, 25 or 30 minutes before you take the field. You do your little X's and O's on the board. You give your Canute Rockney speech. We all do. Speech number 84. You pull them out. You get them ready. You get your squad ready. Well, this is the first one I ever gave, and I read this thing. Lombardi said he didn't go in. He waited. His team was wondering, where is he? Where is this great coach? 10 minutes. He's still not there. Then finally, 3 minutes before they take the field, Lombardi comes in and bangs the doors open. We all remember what great presence he had. Great presence. And he kind of just started to walk back and forth, just staring at the players. And then finally he said, "Gentlemen, all eyes on me." I'm reading this book and I'm getting this picture of Lombardi before his first game. He says, "Gentlemen, we will be the success this year if you can focus on three things and three things only: your family, your religion, and the Green Bay Packers." They knocked the walls down, and the rest was history. I said, "That's beautiful. I'm going to do that. Your family, your religion, and Rutgers basketball. That's it. I had it. Listen, I'm 21 years old, and these kids I'm coaching are 19. I'm going to be the next greatest coach, the next Lombardi." I'm practicing outside the locker room, and the managers tell me, you got to go in. And I say, not yet. I have this. Family, religion, Rutgers basketball. All I need. Then finally, they say 3 minutes, and I say, okay, fine. True story. I go to bang the doors open just like Lombardi did, but they didn't open. Now I'm down on the ground. I'm pretty sure I broke my arm. All the players are kind of just staring at me. Help him up. Help the coach up. Kind of got up, shook myself off, kind of went like this to get the feeling back in my arm. Finally, I said, "Gentlemen, all eyes on me." These kids are 19. They wanted to play. "Let's go," I said. "Gentlemen, we will be the success this year if you can focus on three things and three things only: your family, your religion, and the Green Bay Packers." I did that. I said that. I remember where I came from. It's so important to me to know where you are and to know where you want to be. How do you get there? I think you have to have an enthusiasm for life, a dream, a goal, and to be really willing to work for it. I talked about my family. My family is so important to me. People think I have courage. The courage is in my family. My wife, Pam, and my 3 daughters, Jamie, Nicole, and Leanne. And my mom, who's right here, too. The screen up there is flashing 30 seconds. Like I care about some screen right now. I've got tumors all over my body, and I'm worried about some guy in the back going 30 seconds? I've got one last thing to say. I urge you all of you, to enjoy your life, the precious moments you have, to spend each day with some laughter, some thought, and to get your emotions going, to be enthusiastic every day. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Nothing great can be accomplished without enthusiasm." Keep your dreams alive in spite of the problems, to make them become a reality. I look at where I am now, and I know what I want to do. I want to give and spend whatever time I have left giving hope to others. That's why I started the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research, and the motto is, don't give up. Don't ever give up. And that's what I'm going to do. I will thank God for this minute and day I have. I will thank him for the time I have left. If you see me, smile and give me a hug. That is important to me too. I know, I've got to go. I have one last thing to say. I urge you all of you, to enjoy those moments. And cancer can take away my physical abilities, but it cannot touch my mind. It cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those things are going to carry on forever. Thank you, and God bless you all.
There's a lot to unpack in that story. I'll tell you, there's a lot to unpack there. I remember watching that live, and when he looked at the camera, he's like, this guy with 30 seconds, like I care about 30 seconds. We laughed in our house, and the whole crowd went crazy. I can vividly remember that. So they're going to set up here. We're going to next hear from, see a little demonstration from our Knowledge Bowl team, but we've got a few more things of candy to hand out here. So, which current teachers were also graduates of Rapid City Christian in 2004 and 2008, I believe? No, not 04? Oh, that's another guy. So we got 3 teachers who are former graduates, is that right? Who can name all 3? Can any of our grandparents name all 3? Anybody? I keep hearing Mr. Stecker. Oh. Who? Miss Angie Schaefer and Mr. Rob Rich Stecker is also correct, but there's one more. Mrs. Janelle Schaefer. I heard a third name. So we got Candy in the back and then Candy over here for kidding the third person. So Megan Hawes is a student, and then we've got a grandparent here. How's the set? Oh, they have electronics. Our Knowledge Bowl team has been competing. How many competitions have we had so far? We've had 2 very nice showings. I think they won one week, if I'm not mistaken, and beat a bunch of other big schools in their other, which is pretty fantastic. Knowledge Bowl, I'm sure that they might explain to you. It's like they go to tournaments and they compete against other teams in trivia, and it's very, it's intense. I was watching them practice the other day. I blew my mind. Yeah. Can anyone name the 3 attributes on our seal? Oh, I heard Madeline first. Maybe because she was closest to the front. That is correct, but you were not first. All right. There's more? How many more candies is there? 4. Did we get did Caden get one? We got to hold one back for him. I didn't give him one yet. Because Caden Rhodey won the first trivia, but I didn't hold one back for him yet. Okay. What year did the school move out to Hart Ranch, grandparents? Anybody know? Grandparents. Somebody said 2007 back there. No. 87 is when they moved to Hart Ranch. No. I ran this number yesterday. The total number of students enrolled at Rapid City Christian is how many this year? Anybody know? So close. So close. You're one off. Yes, Lauren Hawes with the correct answer, 354. Lauren Hawes. Pretty close. Did you have a question, Abram? Oh. All right. Looks like we're just about ready here. Do one more. Here we go. Ooh.
There have been some grandparents that have been volunteered by their grandchildren to participate. So I'm looking for a Kazi grandparent, Sword Out, any of those? Varenkamp, come on down. We're going to pitch you against these young minds. You know lots of history and current events, though. I see you. Come on, Mr. V. Come on. I think they must have had to leave for lunch. I got another one? All right, Kazi's had to go do lunch at the other school. So, Mrs. Johansson, are you in the house? Come on down. Yes, I am going to keep the mic. Thank you. All right. So Mr. V knows how this works. Okay. But Mrs. Crouch is going to read the questions, and you can buzz in. Okay? You can do it. You can blame Mrs. Hewitt. All right. Our knowledgeable teams, they compete almost every week, and they've been doing really well. They actually got first. Their first match up of the year. It was very exciting for us because for the high school students, they actually beat Stevens, which was kind of a big deal for us. So we've got round 3 coming up this week, and we'll be at Hill City, and we are hoping to go all the way to finals. Middle school also got first at their first match, so they are hoping to get there as well. So we're going to have Mrs. Crouch. She's an old hand at this. She's actually the one who is really knowledgeable. She's going to be reading our questions, and Mr. Lovelace is going to be running our judging. Okay? Ready? Huh? I will keep score. Yes, it does.
Okay. Question number 1, math question. What is the result when the number of events in a decathlon divides the sum of the number of squares on a checkerboard plus the number of letters of our alphabet?
Team 3. Team 3, answer.
16.
Incorrect. Team 1. Team 2.
8.
Incorrect. Correct answer is 2.
Question number 2. What are large tropical storm systems with high-powered circular winds that originate in the Atlantic Ocean?
Team 3.
Typhoon.
Team 3.
Hurricane.
Correct. Make sure you buzz in. That's all. That's what I want you to buzz in.
Question 3. How many rings appear on the Olympic symbol?
Team 3. Answer, please.
5.
That is correct. 5 is correct.
Question 4. What does the abbreviation ATM stand for?
Team 1.
Yeah.
Correct. The actual answer is automated teller machine, but we'll let that go. We'll accept that one.
Question 5. What is the product of the number of legs of an insect times the number of moons of Mars?
Team 1. Answer, please, Team 1. 16 is incorrect. Team 3. 12 is correct.
Number 6. The Colorado River empties into what body of water?
Team 3. Answer, please.
Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico is incorrect. Team 1. Need an answer?
Pacific Ocean.
Incorrect. Team 2. What was the Colorado River empties into what body of water?
Gulf of Mexico.
Incorrect. Gulf of Mexico is incorrect. The Gulf of California is correct.
Question 7. What singer was born to run in 1975 and born in the USA in 1984?
Team 3. Answer, please, Team 3.
Alternate speaker.
Bruce Springsteen is correct.
Question 8. Consider the sentence, shoving me before him, she forced us down the alley. What is the direct object of the independent clause?
Team 3. Answer, please.
Us.
Us is correct.
Question 9. What is the minimum voting age in the United States?
Team 3.
18.
Correct.
Question 10. Which flower has the same name?
Team 3.
Iris.
That is correct. Iris is correct.
Question 11. This Italian mathematician, physicist, and astronomer.
Team 3.
Galileo.
Galileo Galilei is correct.
Question 12. In what state would you be if you were at the Air Force Academy Falcons home game?
Team 2.
Colorado Springs.
Looking for a state. Team 1. Correct.
Question 13.
Colorado is correct.
The original highway named Route 66 began in Chicago. If you had traveled the entire highway, in what state would you be at the end?
Team 3.
California.
California is correct.
Question 14. This disease is the result of muscular constriction of the bronchi.
Team 3. Answer, please. Correct.
Question 15. I would suggest that these
Sorry, asthma. My mistake. Asthma was correct.
Mr. Lovelace, you have a team that's looking back at the rest of the question, and they should be able to do
Oh,
that.
yes, we need to disqualify you for the question if you turn around. Please look forward. No. Do you normally, okay. Do you normally look backwards when you're in competition? No. Okay.
Question
Please
15.
keep the eyes forward.
What is the Spanish word for thank you?
Team 1. Gracias is correct.
Question 16. Name the inland sea that both Turkey on the Russian and Russia border.
Team 1. Answer, please. The Dead Sea is incorrect. Team 3.
Caspian Sea.
The Caspian Sea is incorrect. Team 2. The Black Sea is correct.
Question 17. How many commas are needed to punctuate the following sentence correctly? A tall, dark, distinguished gentleman handed me a book because I was being honored.
Team 3. Answer, please. 4 is incorrect. Team 1. 3 is incorrect. Team 2. 2 is correct.
Question 18. Which film, released by Disney Studios in 1938, was the first feature-length animated?
Team 3.
Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is correct.
Math question, number 19. In terms of pi, what is the area of a circle whose diameter is 8?
Team 3. Team 3, answer. 8 pi is incorrect. Team 1. 24.14 is incorrect. Team 2.
16 pi.
16 pi is correct.
Question 20. What mineral is used as the so-called lead in pencils?
Team 1. Graphite is correct. Our final score is Team 1 has 3 correct. Team 2 has 3 correct. Team 3 has 11 correct. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much.
It's fantastic. The more questions were asked, the more people in the audience were starting to whisper the answers. I love that. It's the best. I have one more question for one more piece of candy. Which staff member has been at Rapid City Christian School since the very, very beginning? Mitchell? Mrs. Crouch, that's right. She's been here since day one. How many students were here on day one, Mrs. Crouch? How many students were there on day one? Maybe 23. Now we're at 354. Wow. Fantastic. Praise the Lord for that. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to really quickly thank the Lord for our time together, and then we're going to head back to the gym because Mr. Kyle, Coach Kyle, there's more Ironman if I'm not mistaken. That is correct. All right. Lord, thank you so much for our time this morning. Praise you, Lord, for who you are in our lives and the good graces that you've given us. We just thank you for all the unique gifts and talents you've given all these students, and just the little taste we got to see this morning and in the athletics and this afternoon, later this morning here in our assembly. So we thank you, Lord, for who you are. We ask you bless the rest of our time with the Ironman volleyball. Safe travels for everyone here.